Today is Monday, August 10th, 2026. Here is the question sitting in your chest, whether you name it or not. Is this a week to add conviction or a week to protect what you already built? That is not an abstract question. It is the one you carry into every decision when the noise gets loud and your capital is on the line. There is a lot moving right now, and most of it is not actually about you. But underneath all of it, there is one thing that touches your position directly, and one window of days that will tell you which way to lean. Stay with me. I am going to show you what it is, why it lands this week specifically, and what to actually do with the energy sitting on top of it. The noise this week is real. An inflation trio landing back to back, a rate decision out of Australia, growth data out of the UK, and a fresh compute demand read out of Taiwan. Most of that is background. The one thing that touches you is this. TSMC just posted July revenue up 44.7% year over year, a clean signal that AI infrastructure spend is still intact, heading into a week where the cost of capital itself gets tested. That matters to you because it tells you the AI build-out has not lost its legs going into the inflation data, which is the actual variable that decides whether growth assets keep getting paid a premium. On the board, Bitcoin and Ethereum are trading as liquidity-sensitive risk. The S&P is holding near recent levels. Gold is steady, oil is quiet for now. The what is clear, the when is the real question, and that is where the sky and the calendar start talking to each other. Here is what is loading. Venus trine Pluto and Venus opposite Neptune go exact today, a pairing that intensifies value and idealizes it at the same time, pulling hard on money and relationship decisions together, making things feel both more real and more inflated than they are. Tomorrow, Mars enters Cancer, a placement that trades direct force for protective defensive positioning, right as Mercury opposes Pluto and sharpens communication into something more revealing, even confrontational. All of it is building toward the new moon solar eclipse in Leo on the 12th, alongside Mercury trine Neptune, Venus trine Uranus, and Mercury sextile Uranus, a genuine reset point for visibility, leadership, and public narrative. This is not a stretch to react to piecemeal, it is a 3-day pressure build with one release point. Now watch how the calendar lines up against that sky. CPI lands Wednesday the 12th, the exact day of the eclipse. PPI and UK growth data follow Thursday the 13th, one day past the Mars into Cancer, Mercury opposite Pluto shift on the 11th. Retail sales close the week, Friday the 14th, just inside the eclipse's 2-day window. The RBA decision, Tuesday the 11th, sits right on top of that same defensive Mars shift. This is not scattered timing. The sharpest data of the month is arriving inside the sharpest astrological window of the month. When Mercury opposes Pluto and CPI drops on the eclipse itself, revealing information is not a coincidence, it is the mechanism doing exactly what it does. So here is your answer. This is a week to position, not to move big. The Venus-Pluto-Neptune intensity today is good for seeing what you actually value and where you have been idealizing a number or a name, not for locking in size. Mars defensive in Cancer favors protecting what is working, rather than pushing new exposure into an inflation week. A sovereign man treats these 3 days as reconnaissance, not deployment, and holds his real conviction for what the eclipse clarifies on the 12th. Watch for CPI around Wednesday the 12th. If it lands while the eclipse is exact, that window is live, and it will tell you more about the next month than anything printed today. What builds behind this is the eclipse's reset on leadership and visibility, and that carries straight into how you read the next stretch. If you want the full architecture, 6 months of every major transit, mapped against every major market window, the live charts are linked in the description. The Wealth Timing Calendar course is there too. This was today's slice. See you Wednesday.